Hey, it's been a while since I've took you in the test market garden, and there's a good reason for that. I haven't been in the test market garden either, so I'll tell you what's been going on for the last couple of weeks, why I haven't been shooting much or any, and why I haven't been out here. So I work at a place where we do aquaculture research, and we've been doing this study that's like 24 ponds, really big study, and we had to harvest it, so I've been leaving it dark and coming home at dark, and it was pretty awesome. First day we started, it was like in the teens. It's like 19 degrees I think, and you're working in the water. So needless to say, even if I hadn't have come in at dark, I probably wouldn't have felt like being out in the cold any more than I was. But anyway, while I was away, there was a lot of stuff happening in the garden, and most of it's not good. The cold hit me a little harder than usual, and I've had kale in the past, and I've had it survive really cold temperatures, like where the leaves were actually crunchy and the plants snap back out of it. And you can see over there, those kale plants, they look like they're coming back out of it, but they looked really bad during the time. You can see the beets right there. They look really bad. I do see some new growth, but that's pretty much a lost cause. I thought the beets were more cold hardy than that, but 19 degrees is pretty cold. And the kale, like I said, I've grown that. This is the young kale that I sowed, and I'd said before that if I got up to the first set of real leaves before a good frost hit, that they would be fine, and they probably would have, but they were still in the baby stage, and 19 degrees is cold, and I'll show you what happened. So here's the kale bed. There's nothing to see there. The plants have been burnt all the way to the ground. They were so small that there's basically nothing left. Carrots got burnt back pretty bad, but there are some living. I'm hoping that they come on back and keep a little bit of something going in this bed, and I may reroute there later. I haven't decided. Beets burnt these guys down really bad. I thought these guys were more cold tolerant than that. If they come back and make new growth, I'll leave it just to have the skin over that, and I'm going to do something with the garlic bed today, and I'll show you what's up with that. So a few weeks ago I mentioned that I was going to steal an idea from No-Till Growers, Farmer Jesse, and plant Austrian winter peas in with the garlic, interplant it, and the seeds came pretty quick, but I didn't get to the post office pretty quick because I was working. Now these things, I'm surprised, they look like big okra seeds, and I've never done this before, so I'm just going to have to assume that the winter hardiness will work out for me. If it don't, no big deal, but if it does, great. So show you what I've got going. Now one thing that I want to show you before we get started is one variety of garlic decided to sprout up. We had some really heavy rains, and you can see right here that garlic bulb washed up. I may try to scratch some soil up around it, but the one variety popped up, and I'll have to look to see which one it is. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I know we still probably got some bitter cold weather to come, but it is what it is. And I think this will actually help me, because I can see where I want to space my winter peas, and so I can see these. So I'm thinking maybe I can guess where to stick the others, and it's all going to be a guess because I don't really know what I'm doing. I just want something growing in here, and when the winter peas come up, I'll probably take out some of these big brassicas, the kales and stuff, and these things, which these things got bit back pretty hard too, the chrysanthemum. So yeah, let me get these planted. I'm going to try using this board to help me space the things out. Got the peas planted in the garlic bed, and a highly irregular pattern. should have had them in there before the garlic was planted or something, so I could have actually did it with a seeder. But I'm not worried about it. I don't care if they're a little irregular. They'll serve their purpose, I think. But it does bring me to a point that basically a lot of what happened here I could have got around if I had made the preparations that I knew about and that I was going to do. And with the garlic bed, talking about, I should have had the winter peas ordered, sowed them in that day with a seeder or something, so I'd had some kind of straight line, some type of normal pattern, and then planted the garlic in. For one, it saved me a lot of time, and two, these things are probably just going to come up everywhere like some kind of collage or something, I don't know. But the other thing is, all this cold damage, frost damage that I got, it could have been alleviated if I'd have had my season extension in, and namely these two beds, the carrots and the kale. I wanted to get some of these poly low tunnels that basically cover two beds, and I never have ordered that. And for one, the kale and the carrots, if they'd have had that warmth on them, they would have been a little bit bigger plants, which would have helped them through the cold. But also, when the cold came, they would have obviously had that cover on them. The bigger plants and the warmer conditions, I think it would have pumped right through that. I'm sure it would have slowed down, but I don't think it would have got bit or anything. And who knows, I may have kale like that now. So season extension is something going into this next season is going to be a big focus of mine. I always thought about season extension more for people in the north because they have such a short season and they're so cold on the shoulder seasons. But after this experience, I realized that season extension is just as important, if not more important, to us here in the south, because I could be stroking right on through into November, going into December now if I'd have had that. Given the growth would have been slower, but I would be producing food and had these things looking really nice and had the skin on my beds like I wanted. Keep plants growing in there the whole time, which is my goal. And so yeah, I've done a lot of procrastination. That's my fault, I'll take it. But not all doom and gloom. I did get my peas in. I see garlic coming up. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll see. Some of this is pretty new to me. So one thing I can say about all that is, can call it a failure for now, and I guess it is, because I could have been producing food right now for the fall. But the big thing is one reason I haven't bought the season extension is because I didn't want to spend that money. I didn't want to drop the money on it now. But now I feel better about it because I'm like, man, I would pay double that right now if I could have had these on here and up. So that's the plan. Season extension next year. I think it's going to be a major game changer. I got my garlic interplanted, so pretty fired up about that. And with that, I think I'll let y'all go. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all be good. Bye.